What's good, YouTube? And in today's video, we're gonna be watching the drama with all, obviously, the core boys, basically the old FaZe. Um, basically started their group, but they did it at the same time. FaZe Banks is trying to start his new whatever he's trying to do, and we all know what FaZe Banks is gonna do. He's just gonna try to finesse people out of money. He always does it. It's what happened to the group. Whether he wants to take responsibility or not, we shall see right here. Before we get into it, hit the like button, hit the sub button. Come on, let's get it, man. FaZe Banks finally told the truth about everything.
Welcome to Market Bubble, a show about investing in yourself.
Oh
where
my
we feel
God, bro. Cut this shit, man. Always trying to play it off as you're helping people.
Overwhelming majority of young men today are in a losing position.
It's gonna scam young
and
men.
it's just a shame that we couldn't get aligned. And that's honestly like where things went wrong. We just couldn't get aligned. There were two halves to this brand and this company. One was very much in front of the camera. That's the part that you know. And then we have a whole other side in the back.
Don't know the fucking pyramid. Nah, this is
like me and like I don't even know how to explain. Yeah, this is me and you, Cheezer, in 15 years.
Crazy altcoins underneath that.
So FaZe Banks finally admitted the truth about FaZe Clan and all of the failures that FaZe has had over the past few years, specifically the most recent failure with the quote-unquote new FaZe Clan, in which he was the CEO of. And this came after, he returned to Twitter and announced a brand new stream, a big announcement that he had planned. And basically everyone thought this was going to be like, oh, he's just going to scam some new creators. He's going to start a whole new FaZe Clan. We all thought that's what the announcement was going to be, especially judging from the trailer that allegedly costed over $70,000 to put together. But once Banks went live, we quickly found out that he wasn't exactly planning to once again launch FaZe Clan. You see, earlier to the stream, Banks started off by writing something on a whiteboard, and that sentence read, "If no one else sees the vision, go alone." And that's exactly what it seems like Banks finally decided to do. You guys know for like the past 16 years almost on YouTube, Banks has always been the type of guy to try to, bring FaZe Clan together and be this whole group and just make FaZe Clan the biggest thing it could possibly be. Every time it failed, he was one of the main people trying to bring it back, and he even ended up being the CEO of the new FaZe, which we all know failed again. So this time, I guess he was completely over trying to recreate or reinvent or replicate what FaZe used to be. So instead, he decided to go alone, and once he made that announcement, this is where everyone quickly started to realize that this whole announcement was the complete opposite of what everyone thought.
Welcome to Market Bubble, a show about investing in yourself, where we feel an overwhelming majority of young men today are in a losing position.
Cut the shit.
How are we positioned? Find out today and every Thursday at 1 p.m. PST live on twitch.tv/FaZe Banks, baby.
Now, you guys know Banks has always had a very heavy involvement in the cryptocurrency space, and honestly, that's what led to a lot of his recent problems, with FaZe and drama with Aiden and creators like that. And instead of him trying to like separate himself from the crypto space, or maybe reinvent himself, or just go back to being the OG creator that a lot of people once loved, he chose to play into this whole crypto thing even more. And this whole big announcement ended up just being the launch of his new crypto show called The Market Bubble. And this was basically just going to be a show where him and other creators within the finance space got on and talked about the stock and crypto market, which is something that a lot of creators like Swag, who used to be a part of FaZe, and even Ada Ross found extremely funny, obviously because of all of the negative things Banks has had attached to his name from the whole crypto space over the past few years.
He was putting out on Twitter, Kobe, all the information he was putting out. I don't know if y'all know the fucking pyramid.
Nah, this is like me and like I don't even know how to explain. Yeah, this is me and you, Cheezer, in 15 years.
Crazy altcoins underneath that.
Here's my take on this whole thing. Like, I want everyone to understand. In no way, shape, or form am I hating. I just think that his first stream back, he should have came and kind of just tried to speak on like new beginnings and stuff. It was good how he did that. The intro was great. But I just think that like the way it was launched, people now have this misconception that like because of the last that happened that made them fall out. That's the problem.
Welcome to Market Bubble, a show about investing in yourself, where we feel an overwhelming majority
Yikes. These are all FaZe members too. Well,
Yo, I
old
gotta
FaZe members,
finish
but
it.
Now, I definitely think this was funny too because you couldn't have named a more Banks thing than to try to hype up this whole announcement that would be, you know, something that a lot of people thought was about to just be another FaZe announcement. It ended up being something that's tied to crypto. I mean, it literally couldn't get any more FaZe Banks than that. But this whole thing wasn't just about crypto and the stock market because he did manage to get into some of the things and problems that he faced with the old FaZe clan members. And he got a little honest here, basically admitting to a lot of the things that he did wrong as CEO of FaZe Clan. He admitted to signing bad deals and bad contracts and just not being able to get the creator side of FaZe aligned with the business side of FaZe.
And it's just a shame that we couldn't get aligned. And that's honestly like
shame y'all
where
get
things
aligned,
went wrong.
Twin. You in the business in the background fucking ruin that shit to the ground, bro. That was gonna be the greatest.
We just
group
couldn't get aligned
since AMP.
There were two halves to this brand and this
AMP's
company. One was very much in front of the camera.
I mean,
that's the part that you know. And then we have a whole other side in the back.
It's
and
it's like, yes, you know, FaZe gave them a lot of money and stuff to do their things and such like that, but it's like also at the same time, remove the guys, it's not the same. Like, obviously, you know, there's gonna be like, if they made 20 groups, like 10 out of the 10 is gonna be a hit, 10 out of 10 is gonna be missed, and it maybe not even 50%, maybe only 30% is a hit and 70% is a miss, and that's just, you know. But they started the core boys, and I think that's gonna be hella cool. So
that's where over the last few months, like I have to just fully take accountability and just accept the fact that that's where I went wrong in this. That's where I fucked up. A couple other parts we'll get into, don't worry, but mainly the alignment. And I wish I could plead ignorance. I really do. I wish I could say, I didn't know, dude, like mistake, whatever, but I did know. I did.
He's done
my entire career. I've ignored contracts and deals. I've signed bad deals and have been fucked over. I haven't paid attention to this boring stuff because that's not me. That's not for me. But I assumed this role as CEO. I sold the boys a dream on FaZe being the biggest thing ever, and we succeeded. We succeeded on the vision. Everybody's much better off because of it.
Now, to be honest, that was something that most people already knew. I mean, the whole fallout from FaZe Clan was just about the money they couldn't bring in, I guess, as a company, or them getting money stolen from right under their.
But it's like, yes, y'all brought these guys on or whatever. WFaZe adapts. He's, you know, OG, WK-San, OG, Rug, OG. But, like, you brought these guys on and didn't give them, like, any stip, like, if you don't know what happened, basically, they got told that they were going to have to pay something after they've been doing it for, like, almost a year or so, maybe even 2 years. But, like, I think they would have been cool with it if you would have set that up to start. Like, say they make $1,000, you know, they make shit ton more than that, but just to be easy. They make $1,000, the company gets 20%, they keep 80%. That's a 20-80 split. And you gotta think of $100,000, they probably made millions. So out of millions, they still making hundreds of grand. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think that would have been fair, but like doing it to them when they're already been told they don't, you know, they're just kind of all keeping their money and not really helping on anything. Yes, that's like kind of shitty because FaZe gave them like almost everything. But at the same time, there was no contract that no one told them that they were going to do this. So they've been just stacking their dough. And when you try to get somebody to give up that dough and give up that because now you want them to pay because you're not making money, it's your fault. It's solely your fault.
You know, things like that. That's basically why the whole fallout happened. So he didn't really say anything that nobody knew, to be honest. It was clear that the whole point of this big announcement was just for him to promote the launch of his new crypto show, which I guess ended up working because allegedly his first ever stream peaked at over like 60,000 viewers.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't believe this is how many people that's watching this. I genuinely am mind blown. And
I don't even know shit about Twitch, bro. Is that a lot? Is that 40K a lot?
Brother, what? 42,000 viewers? This isn't botted either. Like everyone on Twitch, bots. There's no bots happening here. Like this is just like me raw on Twitch. I'm not a streamer, bro. I have no followers. I've never streamed before in my life. I've streamed a couple times.
Whatever, buddy.
This is
there's some
crazy. This is numbers. Especially like I knew the FaZe people would be interested in, of course, but bro, we're an hour into our show and there's this many people watching. That's unbelievable.
Now you guys know we are in the view botting
W
epidemic,
Funko
so
Pops in
whether
the back.
that
I see those.
60,000 viewers were
What's
legit or
that?
not, that's up to you.
What's that? I can't zoom. W shoes. I know those are pretty expensive. You got the Scream one.
Y'all to
I don't really
decide.
know what the one on the left is.
I don't know. Banks is a big creator. He's been like a popular name in his space for what 16 plus years now. So maybe it was real. I'm not going to try to discredit him, but I'll leave that up for y'all to decide. But
It's a-
overall,
it's a
man,
bot
I mean, I guess you
stream.
could
Everybody
give Banks
bots.
some type of brownie
Same with
points for
musicians.
finally
They
admitting
fucking
that
bot
he knew
everything.
exactly what was going on with FaZe
Sad
and
world.
admitting where he went
Body
wrong and
should
just
be
taking
illegal, bro.
accountability
You're
for the whole
literally
thing
scamming
because
a
it
thing
seemed
to
like
think-
FaZe
or
was
people
finally
think
about
that
to
you're bigger
build
than you
something
actually
back
are.
similar to what they did early on, you know, back in the day. But unfortunately, the company ended up suffering the same exact fate for the same exact reason. As for Banks, we'll see where this whole new chapter and new journey leads him. You guys know that he's extremely passionate about his cryptocurrency, so hopefully this works out for him
Right,
and
this
it
dude on the
isn't
left
just some
really
big
isn't talking,
scam and
it's
people
just like
lose a lot of money and he loses the little bit of credibility
just
he has
chatting,
left.
buddy. He's
But
just
as you
chatting.
guys know, that's just my personal opinion. As always, the only opinion I really care about is y'all's opinion. So with that being said, be sure to comment
W
down
video,
below.
bro. I'm gonna leave the link and his whole channel and stuff. A-Bando has been making great videos, always makes great videos. But let me know how y'all feel about this FaZe Banks, situation, whatever weird stuff he's trying to do now. Because we know he's a scammer, we know he's a low life, you know what I'm saying? So let me know what y'all think about FaZe Banks in the comment section down below. Do you think he's just trying to build up a scam? Yes, I have pain on me. I was at work today. It's a Saturday. Got to get that bread. And I'm making the video. So make sure you hit that sub button. Make sure you hit that sub button and the like button. It's been your boy, Nick, and I'm out, man. Peace.